Hi guys, today I'm here to do my foundation routine because my face routine is pretty much the same every time I do my makeup, and I mostly use the same products unless I'm testing something new. So I thought I would film this video and maybe skip the foundation routine part in my next tutorials because I think it gets really repetitive and boring, and I would rather just focus on doing like different eye makeup looks and focus on the rest of the products I use on my face. So yeah, today I'll be showing you my foundation routine. I'll show you how I conceal imperfections and which brushes I use and all the jazz. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. So I first start with my foundation, and the foundation I use probably 90% of the time is Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum, which is my favorite foundation and the best foundation for dry skin if you ask me. I'm currently using the shade 52 Vanilla. This is the shade I use during the summer, and then during the winter I use one shade lighter, which I think is called 51 Light Vanilla. And the brushes I use to apply the foundation are either Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, which looks like this. I also use Real Techniques Buffing Brush. The stippling brush might come in handy as well, although I feel like this is better with like really liquidy foundation. This one has more of a gel-like finish, so I prefer using these two brushes. And I also use sponges. I just put them under the tap, let them soak in water, and then just apply the foundation all over my face. I mostly use these during the winter months when my skin gets really dry, and also during the summertime because they provide a lighter application. Today I decided to use the buffing brush, and I'm just going to show you how I usually apply my foundation. I just use the pump. Usually I need 2 to 3 pumps to cover my face. I just put the foundation on my hand and start tapping it on my T-zone, and then I just blend the whole thing out. This brush is really great because it really buffs in the foundation and doesn't leave any, I don't know, lines all over your face. So yeah, I really like this. I think this is probably my favorite brush to apply this foundation with. Okay, then I continue and start covering my cheeks. A lot of people actually, they always ask me whether to start with concealer or foundation. I always start with foundation, and that's also the way I was taught in makeup school, because sometimes, some people don't have a lot of imperfections, and foundation can cover, well, it depends on the coverage, but it can cover the majority of imperfections. So there is no need to pack on the concealer and then pack on the foundation afterwards. I just put on the foundation first, and then if there are, more imperfections that I can see, I cover them afterwards with the concealers. Also, don't forget to cover your ears if they're showing, because you don't want them to be completely different. Also apply your foundation down the neck. Now my foundation is done, and as you can see, I still have a lot of redness showing through, and I have terrible under eye circles. So let's move over to the correctors. I use correctors from Makeup Designery, which is a brand made for professional makeup artists, but they're also targeting, your average consumer. I just love their correctors, and I use them on my clients as well as on myself every single day. This is the palette that I have. You can also buy these correctors separately, but the green ones are intended to cover redness. So I usually use them on my cheeks, around my nose, on my chin, which is where I get, just most redness, I guess. And then the bottom ones, they have like salmony undertone, and they help to cover the blue shade that is found in your under eye circles. The brushes that I use, I either use Makeup Designery's 330 brush, which is a concealer brush. One that I also use and is pretty much exactly the same as the makeup designer brush is Sigma's E60 large shader brush. And then to cover like larger areas, I use Makeup Designery's 340 brush, which is pretty much the same, just larger. And I love this one for my cheeks because I do have a lot of redness on my cheeks, and it's just quicker for me to use this brush than to use a smaller one. I actually first start with my under eye circles. My under eye circles are now a lot less prominent and not that blue anymore. And then because I do have a bit of discoloration on my eyelids, sometimes it looks like I'm wearing an eyeshadow all the time. So yeah, I use one of the like lighter shades from this palette to just cover my eyelids and just even out the skin tone basically. Then I move on to the green correctors and cover my redness. Sometimes I also get redness right above my eyebrows. I move over to concealer and just put them on top of where I put the correctors just to blend everything in, and I guess cover the green and peachy undertones on my face. And usually I'm using the Collection Lasting Perfection concealer, but I kind of lost it. I don't know where it is, probably in one of my handbags. So today I'm using Maybelline's Dream Lumi Touch Highlighting Concealer, and the one that I also used is the Eraser Eye from Maybelline. And the brushes that I use to blend out the concealer are both from Real Techniques, and the first one is called Base Shadow Brush. The other one is Deluxe Crease Brush, which is a little bit bigger, but they are both pretty fluffy, so I like them because they're really great at blending things out. So I just dab on the concealer. I kind of do the triangle under my eyes to brighten up the face as well. Then I put this on my nose, right here, on my chin, and I also use it on any of the spots that I have. And then the last step in my foundation routine is a setting powder that I use to get rid of all this shyness and just to set my makeup and make it last longer. I use Rimmel's Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder, which looks like this, and I have the shade Transparent. Brushes that I use are, for my face, I use either Makeup Designery's 720 brush or Sigma's F30 large powder brush. These are exactly the same, but the Makeup Designery one is a little bit softer, so I prefer using that one. Under my eyes, I prefer to use Real Techniques setting brush. I first start with setting my under eye area, and before you do that, make sure you don't have any creasing going on. So I just did this and then apply it under my eye. When I do that, I also apply the powder on my eyelids. And then I take the large powder brush, I swirl it in the powder and just apply it all over my face very lightly, because you don't want to move your like liquid products all over your face. So sometimes I also like do the tapping motions. So yeah, this is pretty much my foundation routine. I know I still look a bit weird because I don't have any other makeup on, but as you can see, my face, or the skin on my face, is a lot more even now. Yeah, this is just what I do every time I do my makeup pretty much. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. I hope you maybe learned something new, or not, probably not, but yeah, I hope you liked it, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new to my channel. Have a lovely day, and I will see you soon. Bye!